Hi, welcome to your practice today. For this practice, I recommend having a block nearby or something that's similar in shape to a block or similar in function to a block. So blocks are used to support our body in balancing postures, sometimes in seated postures as well. But for this practice in particular, we're using them to add a little bit of height to our arms. So anything that's going to add a little bit of extra length to the arm. So a book is perfect, or a stack of books, or anything like that, like a box or a bolster even. And I also recommend having a bolster. So if you don't have a bolster, that's okay as well. Maybe just a couple of cushions or anything that's a little bit sturdy like that. Even a bunch of clothes piled up is going to be perfect too. And a blanket as well. So especially if you've got sensitivity in your knees and you just like to add that little bit of extra cushioning. So we're going to come onto our bolster first in a heart bench. So you can grab your bolster or what you're using for your bolster and just have it mimic the length of the spine. So we're going to come onto our bums, have a bit of space between your lower back and your bolster, or similar to your bolster. You can also use a block. If you've got a block, you can just have it the length of the spine, or if you're using it on the kind of flatter surface, again, it's just that length way instead. So just underneath the shoulder blades if you're using your block, and if you have that bolster or a couple of cushions, you can just stack them in front of each other. Allow your lower back, middle back, upper back and head to drop down either completely onto the bolster, or if you're using one block, your head can come down towards the ground or onto a cushion. And we're tuning into our breath here. So you can either keep your knees bent or have your legs out straight, you decide. Settling into your position, allow your shoulders to drop down towards the ground. So just see how this feels, because for a lot of people it can feel quite vulnerable that we're exposed in this way. So think of a cat. Usually they're sleeping curled up, or they've always got their belly down towards the ground. And once they're very comfortable, once they feel safe with you or in their home environment, they're sleeping with their belly up towards the sky. So they trust that nothing is going to happen to them. And we've been passed down this natural instinct as well to keep our chest covered, to keep our belly and our organs inside safe and protected. So knowing that you're in a safe place, you're safe on your mat, you trust the space around you, you trust your body, you trust your breath. So it's about this feeling of trust and acceptance and love. So we'll take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Long breath in. Draw your breath through the nose. Push your tummy towards the sky. And then exhale, slowly release your breath back out. Draw your tummy in towards your bolster or your prop. 2 more breaths in this exact way. And last breath here like this. From where you are, lift your arms over your head. So stretching through the arms. Perfect. And then we'll come into our seated position once again, moving our props to the side and making our way into tabletop position, so onto our hands and knees. From tabletop, come all the way down towards the ground. Bring your hands towards the corners of your mat, either on your palms or on your fingertips. Untuck your toes, look down, and then just pressing into your fingertips, lift your chest off the floor. Your head is going to move up towards the sky. Take a breath in. And then think about your chest and your belly, where it's positioned on the mat. And then we're starting to first drop those points down. So the closest points to the mat coming down first. As we exhale, lift your elbows towards the sky as we come closer to the ground, drop your head. And then inhale, head is going to come first. Lift up, press your heart space forward. So keep going in these kind of waves, these fluid movements. Let's take 2 more. And last one. Perfect. So we're in this intimidation, this very large, tall cobra with our arms outstretched, either on your fingertips if you'd like to strengthen into the fingertips a little bit more, or on your palms. Pull your mat back towards you with your hands, press your heart space forward. And then last breath like this, and we're going to come with our elbows, or bring our elbows down towards the ground into Sphinx pose. So Sphinx, we pull our elbows back towards us as well. Press your heart space again towards the top of your mat. Try and lift out of your shoulders. If you need a bit more space for your back, you can bring your elbows closer to the front of your mat. And then we're bending our right knee. We're going to just bring that right foot over towards the outside of our left leg. So lifting your right knee off the ground and reaching with the left toes over towards the left side of your mat. So this really beautiful twisting motion, spinal twist through the back, lower back body, up to the middle back. And you can have that right leg straight if you'd like to, or you can keep it bent. Let's keep our elbows on the ground, so really pressing them down towards the floor, particularly this right elbow, and then inhale back onto our hips. Straighten your right leg, bend your left knee. Again, same thing, push through the elbows, lift your left knee off the floor, and then see if we can find the floor with the left toes over towards the outside of our right leg. And again, if you feel better, straightening this left leg, just moving off the hips. This is perfect as well. We're getting this nice opening through the middle back area. And then coming back onto our fronts. Alrighty, let's keep our elbows on the floor. Lift up onto the knees, walk your knees as if you're coming into tabletop position, except we're on our forearms. And then drop your belly down, drop your chest. So arch the back, lift your chin, take a breath in. Keep your elbows as they are, push your middle back towards the sky and take your head down towards the ground. So we're moving through these cat-cows. So inhale for cow, drop your tummy down, arch your back. And then exhale to round the back. Let's take 3 more breaths. Inhale to arch, pull your heart space forward, and then exhale, round your spine. Moving with your own breath. Perfect. Coming back into a neutral forearm tabletop position. Lift your elbows off the ground. Keep your hands where they are. You might need to separate the hands a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. And then on your next inhalation, this time we're rounding the spine. So breathe in, press your middle back up towards the sky, broaden across your shoulder blades. And then on the exhalation, we're going to drop down as if we're coming into puppy pose. So elbows, armpits, heart space towards the ground. So at this point, you'll be able to see if you need to adjust your hands, bring them little bit more forward perhaps. And then inhale to round your spine, lift up into this really exaggerated cat pose. So with your hands a little bit more forward. Exhale, drop your chest, drop your armpits, puppy. And then inhale once again, lift up, drop your head. Once again, 3 more like this. Breathing in. And pushing your way up. Exhale, drop your armpits. Inhale, lift up into that rounded spine. The next time we come into puppy, we're going to stay there for a couple more breaths. So either your forehead is on the ground or your chin is on the ground. And allowing your heart space to sink down towards the floor. From here, come back up onto your hands and knees, bring your hands underneath your shoulders again. And just with this right leg, we're extending the right leg, lifting it off the floor. Take a breath in. On the exhale, bring the knee into your chest. Inhale to extend it back. Exhale, knee to nose. One last one like this. Inhale forward with the head, back with the foot. And then exhale, knee into your chest. And then drop the knee down towards the ground. With this right foot, we're going to just swivel it out towards the right side of our mat. And then extend the left leg back to the back of our mat. So right hand is going to be in line with the right knee and in line with the left foot, and the left hand comes up towards the sky. So this is where, if you'd like to, you can take a block underneath that right hand, just giving you a little bit more height. The right foot is either directly behind this right knee or closer towards that left foot, towards the back of your mat. So just see what feels the best for your hips. So on our next inhalation, lifting that left leg off the ground. Exhale to lower it down. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale to lower it down. One more time. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift it up. And then this time, either keeping it here, so leg extended, arm lifting up, or bending through that left knee, reaching back with the left hand. You can hold the foot or reach back towards the foot. And if you're holding the foot, you're pressing your hips forward and pressing your foot back into the hands. So we're opening a little bit more through the chest area, pulling your left shoulder back, finding our balance here. Look for a drishti. Keep your eyes on that one point. Keep kicking back into that hand. And then look down to your right hand on the ground. You're going to kick out your left leg again. Keep it lifted off the floor. And then find the mat with your left hand. And then all our knees, all our toes are coming back into that original shape where we were, kicking our left leg back behind us in tabletop. Perfect. From here, come up onto the fingertips of your right hand. And we're looking forward, finding a drishti. Walk your hand forward to the top of your mat. Lift your right hand off the ground. Take a breath in. On the exhale, bend your left knee. Reach back towards the foot with your right hand. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale, bend the knee, reach back. One more time. Inhale to press forward, press back. And then exhale, bend the knee, reach back with the right hand. Option to reach back, option to hold the foot. If you're holding the foot, you're kicking the foot into the hand, dropping your belly down, pressing your heart space forward. So everything is really strong, really engaged in this tiger pose. Find your balance. Keep looking for your drishti. One last breath here. And then release the knee down toward the ground. You can move your hips. You might like to shake off your wrists a little bit. And let's take those poses on the opposite side. So extending into your left leg this time, lifting it off the floor. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee into your nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bend, knee into your chest. One more time, inhale, extend out, head forward, and then exhale, knee into your nose, drop your left knee down, kickstand your left foot out to the left side of your mat, right leg goes down straight to the back of your mat, and you might like to take your hand on top of your block. Right hand to the sky. Breathing in, lift your right leg up, and breathing out, drop it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift the right leg, bend the right knee, reach back with the right hand, option to stay here, or holding onto the foot with your hand and kicking your foot into your hand while pressing your hips, your tummy, your chest forward in front of where you're looking. Find your balance here. You got it for 2 more breaths. Looking down towards the floor, extend your right leg, drop your right hand down to the ground, and then just pivot your left foot so it ends up on your mat again. Perfect. So right leg is the one lifted off the ground this time. Coming up onto your fingertips of your left hand, walk your left hand forward. Find a drishti in front of your mat. Lift your left hand off the ground. Take a breath in. And then exhale, reach back to the right foot, bend the right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bend. Inhale, extend, last one. Exhale to bend, reach back towards the foot. Maybe we hold onto the foot, maybe we reach back towards it. And you're kicking your foot into your hand once again for tiger pose. Heart space forward, belly towards the ground. engaging and pressing strongly back with that right foot. And then starting to release your right knee towards the floor, your left hand towards the floor, and then shaking out anything that needs to be shaked out, maybe moving your hips a little bit from side to side. You can move your block just to the front of your mat again. Tuck your toes, lift up into our downward facing dog, looking back towards the feet. Press your mat forward with your hands, and then inhale with a rounded spine, coming right up onto your tippy toes, cat shape with your back as you shift your weight forward over the wrists. Let's spinal wave back. So bending the knees, drop your belly, arch the back, press your hips up and back. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, round and roll forward. And then exhale, bend your knees, arch your back, back into downward dog. 1 more time. Perfect. Find your downward facing dog, come right up onto your tippy toes, look forward, step, walk or jump to the top of your mat. Coming to lift up halfway once you arrive. Exhale to fold. And then inhale to come all the way up to stand. Bring your palms down alongside your hips. Shake anything off that needs to be shaken off. So from our Tadasana, let's come through 1 round of Surya Namaskar B. Bend through the knees for chair pose. Sweep your arms up overhead. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, drop your head. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to find your plank. Option to come down halfway through Chaturanga Dandasana or all the way down to the ground. On your inhale, take a back bend of your choosing, Sphinx, Cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhaling for downward facing dog. Right leg can lift up towards the sky. Take a breath in. And then exhale, knee to nose, look forward, step your right foot forward, ground into your left heel, warrior 1. Bend the right knee, inhale, arms sweep up overhead. And then exhale, take them back down again. Step back into your plank, again, moving through your vinyasa, all the way or halfway. Inhaling, finding your arch back. Exhale for downward dog. Inhale for the left leg to sweep up. Exhale, knee into your nose. Look forward, step your left foot forward, ground your right heel down, bend the left knee for warrior 1. And then exhale once again, take your hands down, step it back, find your plank, moving it through your vinyasa. Breathing in to take your back bend, breathing out to find downward facing dog. So making your way back to your breath. Let's stay for 2 or 3 more. Alrighty. So from here, once again, we're going to bring our feet together. On the inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, last time, right leg sweeps to the sky. Exhale, knee towards our chest, look forward, step your right foot forward. And here we find our warrior 1 on our right side once again. So lifting your arms up overhead, breathing in. Pull your right hip towards the back of your mat, sink low into your right knee. Take a breath in. On our breath out, we're going to take our hands back behind us, lean forward towards that right foot, come onto the tippy toes of your left leg, the back foot, and then take flight. So you can either hop straight into your warrior 3 variation with your hands towards your hips, or you can drag your left foot towards the back heel first and see what it feels like with your toes on the ground, and then maybe taking your left foot off the floor. So find a drishti under your nose or a little bit more forward. Last breath here. Take a breath in, and then we're stepping our left foot back to the back of our mat to where it was before. Straightening up into that right leg, windmill the left arm towards the back leg, right palm sweeps towards the sky, lift up out of your right armpit, And then on the exhale, lean back into a reverse triangle. Inhale, come forward into warrior one again, bend the right knee. And then exhale, lean forward, take flight, warrior three. Breathing all the way in. And then all the way out, step it back. Same thing as before, windmill the arms back, straighten into your right leg, reach up on your inhale, lean back on your exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale for warrior one. Exhale for warrior three. Take a breath in, find your balance. And then exhale, step it back. Reversed Trikonasana, reverse triangle. Left hand sweeps back, right arm sweeps up and back. Last time, inhale for warrior one. Exhale to take flight. Inhale here. Exhale, step it back, reversed triangle. Inhale, just adjust the weight back to the center of the body. We're going to take our left hand on our hip, bend through the right knee, take your block with your right hand, or you're going to find the floor with this right hand as we move into our half moon pose. So you can bring your palm onto your block, or your fingers onto your block, or your hand down towards the ground. Look towards the left side of your mat as you lift your left leg off the ground. And we're opening our hips out towards the left side of our mat. Option to release your hand from your hip and lift it up towards the sky. An option as well to take that sugar cane pose. So we're bending into the left knee, just like we practice on our knees, reaching back towards that left foot with your hand, and then bringing your hand onto the foot. If you've got your foot in your hand, you're pressing your foot into the hand. You can also try this out by reaching towards the foot. So staying there, reaching towards it by grabbing a strap and hooking it around the foot. And if it's just a little bit out of your reach, that foot, bring the knee into your chest first. Hold on to the foot or hold on to the shin, and then open the leg back out. Find your balance here. Coming in and out of it a few more times, you got it. And then step your left foot to the back of your mat. Let's go for one more reverse triangle pose. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale to lean back. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, frame your front foot with your hands. Find your plank. And then we'll meet directly in downward facing dog, or move through your vinyasa and meet in downward facing dog. So taking a couple of more breaths here. And then we'll get ready to practice those poses on the other side. So bringing your feet together. Inhale for the left leg to sweep up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg lifts once again. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, last time, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Look forward. Step your left foot forward to the top of your mat. Find your warrior one, so right foot on the floor. Take your arms up overhead, breathing in. Exhale, press your left hip towards the back of your mat. Lift up through the arms. Take a breath in. On your exhale, start to lean forward, arms come back. Lean forward into that left foot. And then come onto the tippy toes of your back foot as you prepare to take flight. So lifting your right leg off the ground, find that warrior three variation. Look for your drishti, stay focused on that one spot. Perfect. Breathing in once again. On your exhale, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Straighten up into your left leg. Windmill the arms back, so right hand finds the back leg. Left palm turns to the sky, reaching up. Exhale, leaning back. Inhale, come forward into your warrior one. Exhale, lean forward. Arms come back. Inhale to take flight, nice and slow. Exhale, stay here. Inhale once again. Exhale, step it back. start to windmill, start to straighten that front leg as you find your reversed triangle pose. 2 more times. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale to take flight. Exhale, stay like this. 1 more inhale. Then step it back. Windmill the arms. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhale, reversed. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, lean. Inhale, take flight. Exhale, stay here. Breathing in, last time. Exhale, send it back. Windmill the arms, lean back. And then inhale back to center. Right hand on your hip, bend through the left knee. Get ready to come into your sugar cane pose. So making sure that once you find the block or once you're bringing your hand down, that it's underneath more or less this left shoulder. So try not to have the block really close to you because that's going to hinder your balance. We want to keep the joints more or less stacked on top of each other. Turning your toes of your right foot out towards the right side, lifting your right hand to the sky, press your right foot to the back of your mat. Option to practice that sugar cane if you liked it. Bend the right knee, reach back with the right hand, holding onto the foot, and then perhaps pressing the foot into your hand. So keep looking for one spot that isn't moving. Last breath here. And then release. Step back, one last reversed triangle. And then windmill the arms to frame your front foot. Step your way back to your plank. Lower it down through your vinyasa. And then exhale to downward dog before dropping our knees down to the ground and taking our child's pose. So forehead towards the mat. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips towards your heels. Feeling your breath in your body. Settling down into your position. Finding that control within your breath. And then from here, let's come up into a tabletop position. From our tabletop position, taking your right hand up towards the sky, breathing in, and then threading the needle. Drop your right shoulder down, drop your right cheek down towards the ground. We're firstly going to think about our twist. So pushing that left hand into the mat, pull your left shoulder back behind you, and then option to take your left arm around your back. So looking for the top of your right leg or the lower back area. Our drishti is our right thumb or somewhere near the right thumb, so really staring at one spot. And then we're going to just apply pressure into that right shoulder and extend the left leg. So staying on the toes, option to keep the toes on the mat, or we start to lift the left leg off the ground. We can stay like this, or option to lift the left arm up towards the sky as well. See what that feels like. Staying like this, or if you liked those sugar cane variations that we've been practicing so far in today's class, bend the left knee nice and slowly, reach back with the left hand. Maybe we stay here, maybe we find the foot in the sky, holding onto it, and then pressing the foot into the hand. Stay for a couple of breaths, and then release that left knee down to the ground again. Come back into tabletop. So this is a pretty tricky thread the needle variation. If you'd like to practice but you're feeling a little bit wobbly today, just put yourself against a wall. So have something to support your back in case you roll over, or a bolster is perfect as well. Let's try on the other side. So finding our tabletop position again. Reach your left arm to the sky this time. Exhale, slide it through. Drop your left shoulder down. Drop the side of your head down towards the ground as well. Find your twist, bringing your right arm up towards the sky and then finding a place to put it on your lower back, or
towards the top of your left thigh or the inside of your left thigh, and then looking towards your left thumb, straightening your right leg. Press your left knee into the floor, press your left shoulder into the floor, and then taking your right leg off the ground perhaps. Pointing the toes, keep looking for your drishti. Keep finding that perfect balance between your left hand and your left knee. And then perhaps you're lifting your right hand up towards the sky. Bend your right knee. Reach towards the foot. Maybe we reach back, maybe we hold onto the foot. And then we're staying for 3 breaths if possible. And releasing. Come to kneel. Shake off the shoulders, shake off the upper body. And then we're just going to come back into that heart bench where we started. So finding a seat, bringing your bolster into the center of your mat. And then bringing your back onto your bolster as you relax down on top of it. So you can have a bend in your knees, you can straighten your legs. So listening to the breath, calming it and cooling it down, slowing everything. And there's really nothing left to do here. So we have this opening sensation through the shoulders, which is so nice after thread the needle pose, where we're kind of closing and putting weight on the outer shoulder area. So allowing our chest to open. And really just staying here for as long as you can, for as long as you need, for as long as is available to you. I usually set a timer, or if I've got a good amount of time, I might just allow myself to stay here for as long as I feel like. Sometimes you might end up dozing off as well. So it's really just whatever you can do at the moment and whatever your body needs. Thank you so much for joining me in today's practice. I'm so excited to guide you through the next practice together.